And hello, Cougar fans. You're listening to another exciting season of Cougar football here at Paulson Stadium as the McLean County Cougars take on the Franklin Simpson Wildcats in the first of two scrimmages of the year. Jalen Daugherty, the voice of the McLean County Cougars, being joined alongside Griff Gray in this season, Jacob Hampton. Guys, how are you?
Doing great. Looking forward to an exciting year of football.
Absolutely. Jacob, it's another exciting season of Cougar football. Looking forward to seeing what the 2025-2026 Cougars can put out on the football field this year.
Yeah, I'm actually saying it's actually pretty amazing to see this team actually coming out from the offseason and being able to be productive and go forward throughout this season of 2025 to 2026. All I got to say is that this team has been around for so long to where they can literally do anything based on plays, actions, you name it. So I'm very happy to see this team and being able to see them come out this season, hopefully do their best.
Yeah. I talked to Coach Zach Wagner earlier this week, and, he said some of his prior teams may disagree, but I'm going to say that this, in terms of full talent, this roster from top to bottom has the most talent that he's had since 2019 when he took a team to Owensboro Catholic and won a regional title. They're being led by a 1,400-yard rusher in Aiden Bolden, a kid who I think, next to Evan Hampton, in my opinion, the second-best running back in the region. They've got a guy in Jackson Reynolds who I think is the most underrated defensive lineman in the region. College coaches take notice the kid can play on Saturdays. He's got a supporting cast in guys like Jacoby Gill and Connor Ward, Hunter Stratton on the defensive end, the Irvin Rodriguez-Garcia on that defensive line, Nate Englehart, Riley Walker. We can go on and on and on and on and on about the talent that this team has. It's here. We just got to go out and show it.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of talent, a lot of returning starters, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Almost every position, you've got a lot of experience there. So I look for the secondary to be stronger than last year. That, like you said, that defensive line, it's not a big defensive line, but we've got a lot of speed.
They are nasty.
And
a guy I forgot about,
sacks.
Alex Coakley.
Yeah.
Alex Coakley at that defensive end spot. Jackson Reynolds, Irvin Rodriguez-Garcia. Look to maybe see Carter Howard, incoming freshman, get some time on the defensive line. Tight end's going to look a little different this year with Weston Hodges. I think we'll see a little Carter Howard sprinkled in there as well. And then offensive line, we've got guys like Jackson Reynolds, who coach said, I don't want to have to play him both ways. But a kid that talented, I have to play him both ways. In order for us to be successful and hit our peak, we have to play him both ways. Maybe see Alex Coakley on the defensive line some, James Johnson, Caleb Anthony, yeah. Wyatt Gatton at center. Coach raved about the nastiness that Wyatt Gatton has gotten throughout this offseason. So looking forward to seeing what we can produce this year. Going to get tested a little bit defensively. Franklin Simpson brings back Brady Delk. Had a little over 1,100 yards passing. I think 14 touchdowns and 8 interceptions last year. 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Delk. Was 47 of 127. So his completion percentage wasn't great, but he still averaged almost 93.9, so almost 95 yards a game did Delk.
Well, that's good for us as far as, seeing a team that passes a lot because we will see it, obviously, in Catholic. Catholic's going to throw the ball. Grayson's going to throw the ball.
Hancock's going to throw the ball with Brady Eubanks. Yep. We're going to see it week one. Muhlenberg County with Clay Wilkin and those big I don't think the starting receiver from Muhlenberg County is under 6'3". So they're going to have 6'4", 6'5", 6'3". Jacob, you played here. Talk about what you think Coach Wagner may expect out of these guys coming in these next two scrimmage games to get them ready for week one as we take on Muhlenberg County.
Well, being part of this football team back in 2019 and 2020, all I got to say is with Coach Wagner, he knows how to run the game. He knows how to run the ball very well, especially with the wing T offense. With the wing T offense, he's been able to just sweep it and carry it around to where he could trust the offensive lineman and also just trust the fullback and quarterback in any kind of given situation. So it's going to be a mix of running the ball and also passing it just a little bit, so that way we can be able to mix it up just a little bit, so that way it shifts from one perspective to another, from passing to running.
Yeah, you talk about quarterback. That's going to be a spot to where a little question mark there. We lost Aiden Rice, who was just a 4-year starter at some sort of position for Zach Wagner. Started all season last year at quarterback. He's going to transition a little bit and split the carries or the snaps, I think, with Nate Englehart some and Aiden Bolden some. I think as the season progresses, we may see a little bit more of a QB1. He may name an actual QB1 and not do the whole 50-50 snap thing. We'll see how the season progresses. I look for Bolden to eventually, by season's end, to hold that spot down. But looking forward to seeing that competition as the season grows.
Well, every defense is going to be eyeing number 6.
Oh, yeah.
Every week.
Every single week.
If he's quarterback, expect some heat coming his way because, they're going to be coming after him. So, but one thing about it, he didn't throw the ball a whole lot last year, but when he did throw it, he threw a nice ball. So,
yeah.
He can get it down the field.
Yeah, and, I had a conversation with somebody last night. They're going to key on Bolden, and they're going to key on Bolden a lot at quarterback. But if I'm an opposing coach, I don't want to see him at quarterback because if you stack the box and you force him to have to throw the football, he's proved that he can throw the football. And the question is, who's going to step up at receiver
yeah.
to be that guy? Because we don't have a security blanket in H.B. Whitaker anymore.
Right.
So we've got to have a guy step up. Is it going to be Riley Walker? Is it going to be Nate Englehart? Is it going to be Quentin Lindsay, who's coming back for his senior year? Who's going to be that guy that steps up at wide receiver and can answer the bell and make the play?
You may even see like Connor Ward getting the slide or something, coming out of the backfield.
You see Gill out of the backfield, caught some balls out of the backfield last year as well. So with Coach Wagner, he's in the ability with Bolden to have Bolden at your repertoire and at your disposal. The different things that he can be able to do with a kid like that is going to be nice to see. But looks like the Cougars are taking the field here, guys. Looks like defensively, I think the Cougars may strike first here. See what? Maybe we are offense first. I think. Oh, defense first. Okay. So we're going to see defensively what the Cougars are made out of here, Griff. Jacob, looking forward to seeing here first and foremost what the 2025-26 Cougars look like. I don't really know what the scrimmage is going to look like tonight. I know when I talked to Coach Wagner this morning, he said that it would be a bit of a controlled scrimmage. So we'll try to follow along the best we can to see if it's a 10-play here, 10-play offense, 10-play defense, or how we're kind of looking here in the scrimmage tonight. So Franklin Simpson's going to have the ball first here, guys. Nice traditional offense here for the Tiger or Wildcats.
Run to the right side. I think about 7 there, it looks like.
Walker and Ward on the tackle. Hunter Stratton with his traditional cowboy collar there. So when you see number 9, you're going to see that cowboy collar.
Yeah. Looks like you got Coakley, Big Irv, and I would say Jackson
Reynolds on the defensive line.
Jackson wearing number 55, I believe.
Yep.
JoJo's out there along with Bolden.
Yep, at stud, and then Ward and Stratton in the middle there.
And off to the left side, goes outside. It's like the Gill on the tackle, maybe?
I think so.
And even though this is a controlled scrimmage, what I'm looking forward in the first game against Middleburg County is, of course, for the defense to be very aggressive. I know through the past years, the defense on McLean County Cougars has always been aggressive in being able to pinch in and also just push through the line and being able to get whoever may be, the quarterback, the running back that has the ball, always being able to be aggressive and tackle down on whoever has control of the ball.
Pass off the right side. Osborne with the wrap up there. Game of about 6.
If you're the Cougars there, though, that's a play that, that's where what question mark we had coming into the season was with our defensive backs, and we can't allow plays like that especially.
Okay, gave him about 8 there.
Yeah, with the teams that we've got on our schedule this year.
Handoff up the middle.
Looks like Walker and Bowden got the tackle right there.
Defensively, we got to tighten up a little bit here. Franklin Simpson moving the ball pretty good on us.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good sized offensive line there.
Big thanks to Ricky Humphrey for getting us set up here in the press box. Got the running straight through the huddle camera, guys, so makes things a little easier on us here when we're at home.
Oh, right through his hands. He was wide open, too. Gill over there on the coverage. You know, one thing we talked about earlier, Jalen, get these scrimmages in, you really, you want to learn a lot from it and grow from it. But the main thing is, you want to come out injury-free.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a pretty good roster in terms of depth, but we don't want to lose the guys that we really need.
Coakley got in the backfield quick, but was able to hand it off. Coakley got back there so fast he nearly took the handoff.
Yeah, it's like Xavier Hampton there on the carry for the Wildcats. Franklin Simpson lost a lot in terms of running game within Lane Alford and Colin Anderson, but they did bring back Aiden Jones and Blake McPherson. Blake McPherson, their leading returning rusher, with 483 yards rushing. We've got some big scrimmages across the area tonight. Meade County with under Coach Blake Powers coming down to the Eagles' Nest to take on the Apollo Eagles. Rash Stadium's going to be rocking tonight under the first Owensboro Red Devil game with Coach DeMarcus Ganaway. The Mayfield Cardinals come to town to take on
fumble.
Owensboro. Fumble. Yep, McLean County with the recovery.
Jackson Reynolds. Yeah, he tossed it out there, and he just didn't get a handle on it. Never had control of it. Good job there.
See if Franklin Simpson keeps the ball or
kind of one of those bend and don't break.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
they gave up some yardage, but
the Wildcats did move the football on us, but we were able to create a turnover, and that's what wins football games. So if this is a regular organized game of football, you're going to be okay with that possession at the end of the day because you're able to create a turnover and get the ball back. While you've still got things you need to clean up, at the end of the day, you're happy with the outcome. Looks like maybe, I guess, the Wildcats are still going to keep the ball offensively here.
Handoff right side, goes outside, wrapped up by Osborne.
Nice job by Maddox Osborne to be able to slow him down, and then Riley Walker and Hunter Stratton in there to help him make the tackle.
Like a pickup of about 4 on the play. And off straight up the middle. Good defense there off the defensive line. Good stop there, just a pickup of about 1 or 2 there. It's like maybe Coakley in again on that one. Coakley has him and Jackson Reynolds both have a really good first step off the defensive line.
Yeah, they're just so quick.
Yeah.
and strong. That's the thing that people don't realize with them is how strong they are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job there by JoJo Hardison to create the pressure there on Delk.
Yeah, Delk was, I think he was wanting to drop back further and wasn't expecting JoJo to be there, and he had forced him to make that little toss pass over him.
That's a kid defensively this year, and offensively some, that I expect to see a big jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year. Last year he was able to get through those growing pains and be that freshman that made the mistakes, that wasn't certain what he was supposed to be doing. Now it's time to know your job and be able to play your role and make an impact, and I believe Coach Wagner trusts him enough for him to be able to try to do that.
Double handoff wrapped up by Bowden.
Yeah, good job by AB there. I thought there for a minute we were going to get him down in the backfield. We had the pressure back there.
Had the little reverse going. That's one thing that's worked in our favor really well last year was a misdirection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Englehart's got the red jersey on, so he may be taking the starting snaps at quarterback. I look for Bolton to still take some.
Yep, goes long. Just off his fingertips.
Nice job there by Gill and Englehart on the coverage there.
Delk had a nice pass, kind of wobbled up there in the air for a little bit, but, I mean, it fell right in his hands, but wasn't able to secure it.
I like defensively, I like what we're doing here with the three-man front. So the 3-4 defense with right now it looks like you got Osborne and Gill at your corners. Englehart going to play safety for us. And linebacker, obviously, you'll have Bowden and Hardison at outside and Stratton and Warden inside. And
well, utilize that speed,
Yeah. Irv, Jackson, and Coakley on the line.
Yep.
Oh, good wrap up there.
Yeah.
JoJo.
Yeah.
I believe. No,
Connor Ward.
Connor Ward.
I saw the 4. Yeah, really good open field tackle there. The defense is looking a lot sharper here in this second series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to look at it like with the 3-4 coverage setup is that with the 3-man up front, being able to just take an impact up front just in case any run pass happens, while you had the 4 being able to make sure to cover any kind of pass as you just seen recently. It's very amazing and aggressive how this defense has come as far as you could say from 6 years ago to now, of how Coach Wagner has been improving the defense overall through a different shift, different change, and different types of people that comes into the defense.
Mm-hmm. Nice job there, pressure-wise, Stratton trying to get after the quarterback.
It almost looked like a hold, too.
Yeah. The ref's talking to the offensive lineman there, number 53.
Franklin Simpson using those protective helmets.
Yep. It should be like I was talking about earlier, though, guys, should be a good year of high school football in the area. Got a lot of good talent in the area. I think the quarterback position across the board from one school to the other is as loaded as it's been. I mean, you look at the city of Owensboro alone, you've got DeMarcus Ganaway Jr. at Owensboro, Draymel Carruthers at Owensboro Catholic, Max Johnson at Apollo, and then see what Garrison Barker may be able to do at Davis County. Talking about Davis County, they will be here at Paulson Stadium this season, so looking forward to seeing that matchup.
Upended by Englehart.
Yeah, good job there by Nate. Just kind of lowered his shoulder a little bit and made the play.
We're going to take a small break here, maybe swap sides. So overall, I would say the Cougars defensively, gave up some yardage there in that first series, but was able to come up with the turnover and then really didn't allow much at all here in this second series.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased defensively, and I think Coach Wagner, well, obviously he's going to find his holes.
Yeah, there's always something you can improve on.
He's going to find the ways that the guys can get better, but like you said, I mean, the first series, did they move the football? Yeah, they did, but we were able to turn the ball over and get the turnover, so at the end of the day, that's a success in my opinion. We talk about our schedule a little bit, Muhlenberg County. Week 1, then we're going to go on the road to Caverna week 2. Grayson County week 3. We'll be on the road at Grayson County week 3. Week 4, back here at Paulson Stadium as we take on a Hart County team led by Coach Chad Griffin. He's went undefeated, I think, the last 2 years in the regular season. They have lost a lot, so don't really know what to expect with the Hart County Raiders, but I am looking forward to seeing that test. Pull up the rest of the schedule here.
Yeah, it ought to be a tough schedule. I mean, a very competitive schedule. It'll certainly these bigger schools will get you ready for district play because Catholic's never going to be a slouch. Obviously, and Hancock's always got a good program.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different. We go on the road after Hart. We go on the road to Webster County in a game that I'm excited about. I always enjoy going back home to Trojan Field. Davis County at home in week 6. Then we take on Fort Knox in our first district game of the year. They come here to Paulson Stadium. We go on the road to Hancock, to Owensboro Catholic, and then close the season out on Halloween night, senior night, against the Ohio County Eagles in a team that independent this year. The next 2 years they will be independent, won't have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Coach Trenton Moeller trying to build that program back up. But let's see what we look like offensively here, guys. Nate Englehart under center for the Cougars.
Fake handoff, good handoff. Oh, that's going to be a pass interference.
Yep.
Walker, the intended receiver. Good fake there, though. Englehart he threw a nice ball there. Got the defender to
bit on it there a little bit. Was able to get the ball out to Riley Walker.
Yeah, Walker. He was in position to catch it, but the defender never even turned around.
Like Riley Walker going to get that nod probably, I would think, at wide receiver to start the season.
Walker had a fine season last year defensively, several interceptions. Yeah. He's played well here this summer, too.
Well, here's the thing, Griff. This year we can't get the 5 and 6 confused in the press box. Last year we got the 5 and 6 confused a couple of times.
Yeah.
I made a promise to the Walker family we wouldn't make that happen this year.
Yeah. There might be a delay to the call, but some of those jerseys were hard to see.
They were.
Especially, I believe we were down in Todd County. You couldn't hardly see out the window. AB breaking loose. Oh, he stays on his feet. He's going to run it. Take it to the house.
First carry of the season, 6 for 6. What a carry there for Aiden Bolden. We talk about it all the time, and it shows right here. When he touches the football, it doesn't matter when it is, the kid's capable of running it, of taking it to the end zone. He just is.
Yeah, he's got great speed, and obviously he can break tackles.
Yeah, absolutely. And great balance there. Was able to keep his balance and not fall down, and was still able to maintain it and take it to the house for 6.
Yep.
Jacob, you played with a guy who Aiden's getting a lot of comparisons to in Landon Capps. Talk about there what you've seen in Bolden there on that carry.
So what I've seen with how Bolden can be compared to Landon Capps is for the fact that they're both fast. They're able to run it up whether outside or inside. They're able to have that speed off that first step. They're able to just push through real fast. And then once they have the wide open area, the right lane, whether they're going, they are literally going to go fast.
Yeah, that's why he gets the moniker White Boy Fast 2.0.
Fumble picked up by Englehart. He's going to be tackled in the backfield.
And to talk a little bit more about Bolden, though, is that with this being his senior year, he has a lot to show for, especially, like you said before, being fullback and also QB. But what we're seeing right now as a running back is that he's actually had has the potential to be able to carry the ball and run it fast as he can. And like we're talking about with landing caps in the past, he's able to do a lot of things besides from landing caps. Like I said, Ford could probably throw the ball a little bit more and being able to run it.
Yeah, Coach Wagner's got the ability with Bolden in the offense to be able to do a lot of different things.
Hunter Stratton up the middle, good gain there. Pickup of about 8 on the play.
That's a piece of the puzzle there. I don't think people realize we've got, Griff. With being able to put Hunter Stratton at that fullback spot reminds me a lot of maybe a Jacob Miller in the past. Just a big, nasty, bruising running back that he wants to hit you and he wants to hurt you. And whether he's carrying the football or he's playing linebacker, he's going to make contact.
Well, I look to see Hunter in, a lot of short yardage, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, goal line situations. I think he's going to get several carries, short yardage. He's going to be your guy for that. He's just a hard-nosed kid, a really good kid, though. I've talked to him several times. Just a really respectful young man. Gill on the outside, the right side. He's going to break a tackle. Finally brought down.
And that's another one. The 8-10 yards of carry easily for Jacoby Gill.
Yeah, a pickup of about 15 there. He loses his helmet on the play.
Probably shooken up a little bit.
And that's another kid that runs really hard.
Yeah, he does. And able to break tackles, speed to burn there. I mean, the arsenal that Zach Wagner has, I don't think the outsiders that don't know Cougar football, they don't understand the arsenal that this guy has in his toolbox this year. They just don't.
Well, that's the thing, especially in this heat, early on in the season, you're going to be facing a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And when you've got a guy that if you only have 1 or 2 running backs and you run the ball a lot, you're going to wear down quick. That they can sub guys in and out, and you're not losing a whole lot. Cougars with the ball at about the 37-yard line. Looks like we got a false start.
Gonna be on the offense there.
Yeah, and talking about how this heat affects the players like the running backs and quarterback and all the players on the field, it comes to me that with the offseason they have the chance to increase that fatigue, increase the stamina, and being able to condition through that while they have the heat still here. And then once time goes by and later on in the fall, that's when they have that strength and being able to just push through no matter what.
We don't even talk about, the offensive line. I mean, these big guys, this heat's, they like that 50 and 60-degree weather, a little cooler. Englehart just behind
Weston Hodges there.
Hodges, yeah, 36.
Yep, Hodges is going to be somebody that we might see get a couple of plays offensively there at tight end. I think Coach is going to use the tight end a little bit more than he has in the past.
Yeah, one thing about Wagner, you never know what's up his sleeve.
No, the guy.
He comes up with some amazing formations, plays, trick plays here and there, what you think would be traditional. They might punt it here. No.
He loves the wing tee, and everybody knows it, but this is the most non-traditional version of the wing tee that you're ever going to see.
Right. Looks like we've got JoJo and I believe Connor Ward here in the backfield with Englehart. Drops it back right through the hands of Ward. Backwards pass there.
That's what I want to see. That's something I want to see a little bit is we've got to be more broad, I guess, or more selective in our offense. We can't just be so one-dimensional, I feel like, because everybody knows we're going to try to run the football. So if we can put the ball in the air, I'm not saying we have to throw the ball 20 times a game, but 6, 7, 8, 9 times a game, if we can throw the ball and put the defense on their heels a little bit, then
that's where the play action comes in
Yeah.
play. Then you can hopefully connect one deep. Toss to Bowden off the left side. He's got blockers. There he goes. Takes off. He's going to break loose for another one. I think he's got in these 2 series.
2 carries, 2 touchdowns.
About 100 yards rushing. He's got to be close to it.
Like I said before, if he has a gap, he's going to take it. And when he has that wide open spot, he's going to go fast as he can, and he's going to break away any tackles behind him because he's just going to leave them in the dust, basically.
Jacob, it's, like you just said, if he has a gap, he does a really, really good job of using his blockers, and going to the right hole, I mean, that blocker is blocking one way. He doesn't run into that area, causing, him to lose yardage or not get the yardage he could have got. Does a really good job reading his blocks. Handoff up the middle. Pickup of about 4 on the play. That looks like JoJo on the carry.
Yeah, kid has all the talent in the world. College, like I said about Jackson Reynolds earlier, college coaches take notice because the recruiting is slow on this kid, and it shouldn't be. Tyrone Young, Campbellsville, Lindsey Wilson, Thomas More, University of Cumberland, these in-state schools have to take notice of Aiden Bolden because I'm telling you, he's one of the best running backs in Western Kentucky. The kid holds an offer from Knox College, a D3 school in Illinois, holds an offer from Muskegum in Ohio. So 2 D3 schools already got offers out, but these D2 schools, these NAIA schools, they need to take notice a little bit. Nice carry there by
fake toss.
That was
that Gill, maybe?
Gill.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, Jalen, we just got to, on the receiving core, we got to establish, a couple good receivers. And like I said, Riley Walker, he's probably going to be one of our leading receivers, if not the leading receiver. But there's going to be opportunity with as much as we run the ball where that play action is going to, come in play.
Swapped it up a little bit of wide receiver there. Maybe Lindsey. No, that's Carson Ellis. Lined up at wide receiver there. It looks like maybe.
We might have another false start.
That's something that we've also got to clean up from last year. It's just the uncharacteristic and the untimely penalties. We had numerous times last year to where we had drives going, chances to tie ball games, win ball games, and just shot ourselves in the foot. Hancock County is one that comes to mind. Muhlenberg County turned the ball over 8 times. We've got just different things like that we've got to clean up in order to get to that place that we want to get this year. Nice to see Carson Ellis there, sophomore, lined up at wide receiver a little bit for us.
It's like Englehart's gonna keep it, but
Yeah, and to avoid flags, it's always the little things you have to be concerned about and to just be efficient and also take action. Always be prepared for what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, like you play for Coach Wagner. How we've talked about it earlier. How much does he get on you, or does he get on his players about making sure that they do the little things right?
All the time. It's always all the time, because every little thing has a big consequence to it. You always got to make sure to be able to be efficient on getting the right block, the right gap open for the running back, whoever has the ball, or just being able to protect the quarterback at all times, and just being able to just snap off the ball at the right time whenever it comes to. Don't be holding, don't be having a false start. It's always the little things you have to be concerned about, and Coach Wagner always gets on us all the time about it.
That just comes down to focus, I believe. A lot of it's just focus.
Nice ball there by Englehart. I think he just kind of overthrew Walker just a little bit.
Yeah, Englehart, he's thrown some nice balls.
He has, and we've yet to see Bolden take any snaps at quarterback. I don't know if we will tonight or not, but I like what we're seeing out of Nate Englehart. Bolden in the backfield again, guys. Does he take another one to the house?
It's like Osborne.
Maddox
right
Osborne
side.
With the ball.
That's back towards the middle. Gets just across the 50.
Gain there for a couple.
It's like we're going to
swap sides again there.
Yeah, I believe they're just doing so many plays and then swapping.
Going to bring some new guys in defensively. I'm not sure that the lineups we see tonight are even going to be the lineups that we see week one. That's the key with these scrimmages here, is to be able to test and tune and plug and play and try different things and go back to the table. And I'd say by next Saturday or next Sunday after that Allen County Scottsville scrimmage, Coach Wagner's going to have a little bit better of an idea of what his starting lineups may look like going into week one.
Yeah, because you have two solid scrimmages here, two really good opponents.
Yeah, we do. Looking forward to getting Bradley Hood back down here, back home to McLean County, Scott Hood Field. I think the last time he was here was the naming ceremony of when we named the field after legendary coaches Bill Scott and Royce Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Every Friday night, starting week one, guys, you're going to have here on the McLean County News Network and on 97X, your Katie Gunterman Shelter Insurance Cougar Game of the Week for year two. Big thanks to Katie Gunterman for coming on board for that. Cougar Confidential. Keep your ears peeled and your eyes peeled to social media for the first live episode of Cougar Confidential, live from Gino's Pizza. Thank you to Matt and Carrie Huff. They came to me and said, we want Cougar Confidential here, and I said I can make it happen. So thank you to the local businesses who have come on board, new sponsors such as the Calhoun Pharmacy. They're going to be our touchdown sponsor all year long. So just sponsors, local businesses, if you want to come on board, give me a ring. Thank you to the ones that have already, the ones that have come back. I know covering Cougar athletics is one of the things I enjoy most in life. These student athletes, they mean the world to me, and being able to cover them and help showcase them and shine a light on them to where maybe a college coach may be able to see this and it help a kid get a college scholarship. It's something that I hold very, very near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, like you said, certainly big thanks to all the sponsors that make this possible.
Jacob, looking forward to having you on the call with me and Griff most every Friday night.
Yes, it's an amazing opportunity to be here today. I'm glad I'm able to see McLean County Cougars being able to come out here and to showcase what they have in store for the first game coming up against Muhlenberg County. And I know with the first two scrimmages between offense and defense, it's time for improvement. It's room for improvement. So that way, through next week's practice and 2 weeks worth of practice, and be able to show the improvement from the first two scrimmages and be able to be prepared and be able to face off against Muhlenberg County.
Looks like he took the red jersey off of Englehart. So I think maybe the next set of offensive plays, maybe we see Bolden at quarterback some. I know Englehart's still back there at safety, but he doesn't have his red jersey on anymore. Oh, I missed him on the bench there.
Yeah, sitting there beside
between Irvin and Hunter Stratton there. Well, who number 14 is playing safety for us?
Number 14 is Will Searcy.
Okay. Yep. Thank you for that, Jacob. I missed Will.
He missed you too.
Yeah. Will Searcy playing safety for us some here.
Yeah, Will Searcy, his favorite breakfast is blueberry pancakes. Oh, we got another turnover.
Nice job by Riley Walker. Kind of just stripped the football. Walker, he's a very physical corner. You know, if you see him on the field, you think he's not that big, but you look at him in person and the kid is jacked. A weight room warrior, knows what he's doing. I think he had 4 or 5 interceptions last year.
Yeah, he and Gill had about 4 or 5 apiece,
yeah.
Something like that. I look for big things out of the secondary with those two, between Walker and Gill. Toss out to the right side. Looks like Ward's going to wrap him up right at the 45.
And Riley Walker there to help him.
At speed, on the outside, you just have a really good nose for the ball, getting there quick. Might lack some in size, but they certainly make it up with their speed. Pretty good turnout here for McLean County for this scrimmage. Got several cars up on the hill.
It's amazing how they come out, how Cougar fans come out for, even last night, for Meet the Cougars. There wasn't an empty spot in these bleachers for a 15-minute introduction of your fall sports teams.
Good pursuit there by JoJo. Had him wrapped up. They're going to call him down.
Yeah, it's always amazing to see the people in McLean County come out for McLean County Cougars themselves. I mean, Cougar Nation has always been about football, basketball, you name it, any type of sport McLean County has to offer, because it's always about the community and being able to show out for the people playing at these sports and showcasing it. So I got to say, it's always amazing to see Cougar Nation show up and show out.
Absolutely. You look at it right now, 14. I mean, if you're keeping score, McLean County's up 14-0 here, or 13-0 rather, on Allen County, Scottsville here.
Handoff up the middle. Good pursuit. Jackson Reynolds there on the stop. Yeah, I really like Jackson Reynolds, man. Really physical. Like I said earlier, a good first step.
The kid's a borderline D1 athlete. He really is. I'm not so sure. If the right school got a hold of him, I'm not sure the kid couldn't be playing big-time college football somewhere.
So Big Irv comes in for Reynolds. Ball's right on the 45-yard line. Had a double handoff there. Goes back up the middle, just a pickup of about 2.
They got freshman Carter Howard in there defensively for right now, too. The only one wearing a black jersey for the Cougars, playing a little defensive line.
He's a big old boy, too.
Nasty. Kid's got a mean streak a country mile long. And he's going to be a name that maybe not necessarily as a freshman, but sophomore, junior, senior year, he's going to be one of the best in the region.
Yeah, and it's always good for scrimmages for ranges from freshmen to seniors, being able to get their reps in and being able to showcase their talent and being able to help out the team however they can. I mean, it's always great to see everybody put up an effort.
Like you said, Jacob, you got these underclassmen that, coaches see them in practice, but, like, I know this is not a real game, but you get to the coaches actually get to see them, against somebody else, not just their own team.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about somebody like Carter Howard, he's always been a big fish in a little pond. Now he's a little fish in a big pond, and we're going to see if he can sink or swim.
Ball's at the 46-yard line of the Cougars. Big Irv nearly got him in the backfield. Like a pickup of
you got to wrap up
3 on the play. Yeah, good pursuit there, just not able to make the stop there in the backfield. Got to put the ball at about the 43-yard line.
I know, beating himself up on the last play, it's always important to always maintain and being able to stay low and wrap up tightly, as you don't want that guy to get loose, and being able to get that tackle down.
Number 6, stiff arm. Lowers a shoulder right into Walker, finally knocked out of bounds. He's going to be at about the 15-yard line. It's hard to see with those white lines. I believe it's right around the 15.
Yeah, and this is a situation where now coach is plugging and playing different guys in. So a lot of these guys that are in now, they're not going to be your typical starters. So it's going to look a little different. I think those first 2 possessions is when we really seen what we were going to have.
Well, and one thing, when you have a defense that returns so many starters, these guys are so used to playing with each other. They know where one's going to be,
right?
What I've got to do, who I've got to help. They know that, so that's a huge advantage to have.
Oh.
Popped.
Nice hit there by Hardison.
Looks like somebody might be shook up a little bit.
Walker. I think Walker was there at the same time, but Hardison, very, very, very capable of laying the lumber to somebody, is JoJo Hardison. Nice to see a lot of the younger Cougars running around here tonight, too. Coach Caleb Farkas there on the sidelines. I think they've got their first scrimmage against James Madison Tuesday night maybe, and then they take the field here week 1 on the I think the 19th against Hancock County. So the McLean County Cougar Middle School squad getting a chance to open up at home.
Double handoff again, cuts back in for the score. That misdirection's got us a couple times there on this series.
It's like Zay Turner coming in for Carter Howard. Man, what a view here, guys. Nothing like Paulson Stadium. Press box could be a little cooler, but...
Yeah, I could, I think I've lost about 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe 17, I don't know. I've lost quite a bit. Of course, wearing a black shirt didn't help any.
Yeah, same here. I mean, in here it feels like a sauna. I mean, just I wish it was relaxing, but the sun just being scorching as it is just hot right now.
But hot or not, guys, there's no place I'd rather be tonight. Looks like we're bringing a lot of the starters back in. I see Stratton and Reynolds and
Big Irv, Stratton, Osborne.
see what. It's like we've got the ball back offensively here, it looks like. See what we.
It looks like we have like a split squad, mostly starters here. I think we've got a few that maybe second team, third team mixed in. Can't really tell who all's out there.
I know Osborne lined up at wide receiver there.
Ward in the slot.
That was Cersei on the carry there.
Number 14, I believe that's the same number his uncle Luke wore back in high school. Luke was a big-time running back for the Cougars back in the 90s. The reason I know that is because that's when I was going to school here.
Showing your age on us here, Griff.
Yeah, you little kids. Hand off to Ward. Keeps pushing, gets about 3 more yards.
Knocks his helmet off.
He picked up about another 2 there after the first initial contact. Ball's at the 45-yard line of the Cougars. Stratton up the middle. Good pickup. Got about 6 or 7 there on the play.
Yeah, seeing Stratton with his build and being able to gain short yardages every 1 to 2 plays, it's amazing to see his build and how it could be compared to people in the past like Jacob Miller, but also to someone I played with, Andrew Munster.
Yeah.
How he has that build and being able to just go through with brutal force against anybody that gets in his way. He's able to just truck through and being able to keep on pushing no matter what is thrown at him. He's being able to just showcase that right now in the scrimmage, but hopefully in the first game against Middleburg County, he'll be able to show exactly what he's made of with the build that he's capable of.
Yeah, like I said, I look for Wagner to use him in a lot of short yardage situations. Engelhardt got wrapped up in the backfield. Obviously, during the scrimmage, they're not going to allow the hit. Loss of about 3 on the play. Osborne comes out the right side. Walker in motion, gets the handoff left side, breaks the tackle, gets loose, cuts back towards the middle. Ooh, upended there at about the 33-yard line. Good run there for
yeah, good carry there by Walker.
pickup of about 24 on the play.
It's like bringing some guys out. I don't think Bolden's touched the ball anymore since that second carry, has he?
No, I don't believe so.
So just 2 carries is all we've seen out of Aiden Bolden tonight.
Well, he made the most of them, that's for
Absolutely.
sure. Oh, rough snap there.
And that's what we've got to see. To be able to win football games, we need to be able to show that we can win games with him not getting but 5 or 6, 7 carries a game.
Looks like we have a Cougar down.
Or is it cramps or?
Not sure who it is that is injured on the field.
Well, guys, while they attend to the injured Cougar player, going to mute our mics, take a little bit of a break here for a second, maybe give us a chance to cool down here some. And we're back. Prayers up to the injured Cougar. They're still not sure who it was, but whoever it was, prayers up to him for a recovery.
Yeah, hopefully nothing
Nothing major there.
I believe Lucas Lyle came in
Yeah.
as an offensive lineman.
To replace whoever it was that, yeah.
Looks like a false start.
That'll push the Cougars back to the 45-yard line. Cersei in motion, gets a toss to the right side. Pushed out of bounds at about the 49, pickup of about 4 on the play.
So a whole new crop of guys in here for the Cougars. See what we can tell here. Nice to see Coach Terry Wagner, Coach T as they call him, in attendance tonight. Legend, coaching legend in the state of Indiana. It's a absolute sham and a mockery. He's not in the Indiana High School Football Coaches Hall of Fame right now.
Who's that, 81?
Yeah, that would be Ellis.
Pickup of about 3 on the play. Push the ball across midfield to the 48-yard line. JoJo Hardison on the carry. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Now Franklin Simpson's got one. Okay, he's up. He is shaking up a little bit, though.
Off his left shoulder. Kind of looks like he's kind of favoring that left. Fake toss. Englehart. Ball's batted down. Good pursuit there on by Franklin Simpson.
Like maybe switching it up now.
I would say so. Yeah, it looks like Franklin Simpson's going out to their 40.
I'd say soon enough we will probably start seeing a bit of a JV. And when the JV portion does start, the audio or the video will continue to run, but we're going to stop the audio. So you'll still be able to watch the video part of tonight's scrimmage game.
Yeah, I think overall, with this scrimmage, we've had some really good spots, good runs there by AB, obviously. Moving the ball fairly well, had some opportunities on some passes that just couldn't connect. Did get the the pass interference call. But overall, the defense stepped up. We did allow them some yardage on that first series, but came away with a turnover and then ended up with 2 turnovers overall. Did allow 1 touchdown for Franklin Simpson, but overall I thought we did fairly well considering this just the first scrimmage.
Yeah, I think you have to be pleased, and it does look like I think maybe that the JV portion is going to start. But yeah, Jacob, I thought for the first time out this year, I thought you have to be satisfied with what you've seen from the Cougars tonight.
Oh, yes, I am very satisfied. I know that with the Cougars, there's always room for improvement, but I got to say right now tonight, they have shown exactly what I need to see right now for the season to start, and that's being capable of handling any situation given to them and being able to be efficient and being able to just pursue in offense and defense on both sides of the ball, being able to just maintain gaps and routes, and also just being able to pressure on the offense while they're on defense. I mean, it's just amazing to see what I'm seeing right now tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's going to do us for tonight, guys. I'm gonna walk down the field and check it out a little bit. But we'll be back next Friday for scrimmage number 2 as we take on Allen County Scottsville.
Yeah, looking forward to that for the second scrimmage, another quality opponent to scrimmage against.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing what we put on the field there. But for Griff Gray and for Jacob Hampton, I'm Jalen Darty. Good night and God bless.